Part 3 of my Warner Brothers DVD collection, 2024 edition. So, before I start this video, here are two DVDs that I forgot to show on my last video. So, anyways, let's begin. And here's a movie that I've rewatched possibly last month, which is a classic from 1988, directed by Tim Burton, released by Geffen Pictures. And I'm planning to get the sequel anytime soon, so yep. Since I enjoyed the first movie, so yeah. And last one for now. And this is a good funny comedy from 2008 that's based on the TV series of the same name that stars Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson, and the late Alan Arkin. And that's it for the DVDs that I forgot to show in my last video. And anyways, let's get continued. So, yep. This is one of my all-time favorite 2010 movies, written and directed by Christopher Nolan, that stars Leonardo DiCaprio, uh, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Ellen Page, Tom Bercher, and Michael Caine. I really enjoyed this movie from 2009, directed by Clint Eastwood, starring Morgan Freeman and Matt Damon. This is one of my all-time favorite Oliver Stone movies from 1991, starring Kevin Costner, along with Gary Oldman, Tommy Lee Jones, and Laurie Metcalf. And plus, it has Kevin Bacon in it too, so yep. And the late John Candy too. So, yep. If you haven't seen this movie yet, go ahead. I recommend you watch this Oliver Stone movie from 1991 starring Kevin Costner. And this is a really good 2014 movie directed by David Dobkin, who directed Wedding Crashers and Fred Claus, which this movie stars Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall. And Billy Bob Thornton is also in this movie, who also he's also in Sling Blade and The Apostle. So, yep. And this is a really good 2019 movie starring Michael B. Jordan, Jamie Foxx, and Brie Larson. I got this DVD from Walmart back in 2021. Well, I'm in Boise, so yep. And I'm glad I finally have this movie back in the collection, or I finally have this movie in the collection for the collection since I watched this movie a couple times. And it's one of my all-time favorite 2021 movies, starring Will Smith and Tony Goldwyn. Yeah, if you haven't seen this movie yet, I recommend you to watch this movie. Or I recommend you watch this one. So, yep. And this movie has the late Christopher Plummer in it. And this movie has Keanu Reeves and Sandra Bullock. Great 2003 war movie directed by Edward Zwink, starring Tom Cruise along with Tony Goldwyn, Billy Conling, and Timothy Spunth. And this movie's directed by Edward Zwink, who directed Glory, Courage Under Fire, and Love and Other Drugs. Classic movie right here from 1989, starring Morgan Freeman and the late Robert Goldman. And this movie featuring the song Welcome to the Jungle by Guns N' Roses, which is one of my all time favorite songs from 1987. I did watch this movie a couple times. One, when I was a kid, and second, I do remember watching this movie 2 years ago, so yep. Good 2018 movie starring Melissa McCarthy, along with Maya Rudolph and Stephen Root. Classic 1986 musical starring Rick Moranis, Ellen Green, Steve Martin, and Levi Stumps as the voice of Andre, the evil eating plant. classic movie from 1983, starring Burt Lancaster. And my mom and I already enjoyed this movie a couple years ago, which is almost, or no, my mom and I did remember watching this movie a year and a half ago, and it's a classic. This side's widescreen and the other side's full screen. Oh yeah, I do have Mars Attacks, which I'll show you in a bit. So it's in here somewhere. Well, I'll find it. So, yep. And now, if you all excuse me, I'm going to find Mars Attacks. So, be right back. Sorry about that, folks. I can't find Mars Attacks as of right now. So, anyways, no time to waste. Let's continue. And this is a movie that I really liked, starring Channing Tatum and Matthew McConaughey. Got DVD from Goodwill back in 2021 while I'm in Boise, so yep. And this movie was narrated by Morgan Freeman. And this is a Warner Independent Pictures movie, so yep. I used to have Good Night and Good Luck when I got this DVD back in 2022, but got rid of it, so yeah. Which I'm not interested in this movie. And this is a excellent 2003 movie starring Nicolas Cage and Sam Rockwell. Directed by Ridley Scott. And produced by Robert Zemeckis. Of course. And now, here are the first four Matrix movies that I'm about to show. The first one is the best, while the sequels are good, pretty good, and guilty pleasures. So, yep. And this movie has Keanu Reeves, Lawrence Fishburne, and Hugo Weaving. And I got those DVDs from St. Vincent de Paul while I'm volunteering back in 2017, and which the time that I start collecting DVDs. So, yep. Oh, there we go. And this DVD is a full rental from Movie Gallery. And now, here's the fourth and final Matrix movie. And this is the 2021 sequel to the Matrix trilogy. And this is a good Matrix movie from 2021. And this sequel has Jonathan Groff. He did the voice of Kristoff in Frozen, and he's also in Knock at the Cabin. So, yep. I'm going to show you one more DVD for this video, and then we'll stop here for part 4. And this is a classic from 1973, starring Harvey Keitel and Robert De Niro, directed by Martin Scorsese. This side's full screen and the other side is widescreen. Well, everybody, there you have it for this video. Stay tuned for part 4. So, yep.